0.76. Alright guys, Doug with Magic Rifleman, so we're going to cover the pistol shooting stance now in this video. Now, as far as from the hips down, refer back to the rifle stance video. It's going to be exactly the same. We're only going to cover standing today. Most of your other shooting positions are going to be to take advantage of cover, concealment, or circumstance with pistol shooting. I don't see much value explaining the kneeling or prone positions of the pistol. Generally speaking, that's just not the case with pistol shooting. It can be, of course, and there are other positions to shoot from, but they're not traditional basic shooting positions in my mind. So with that being said, everything's gonna be from the hips up in this video. But if you need questions or have questions about your stance with your legs, refer back to the rifle shooting position video, the one previous to this in the basic marksmanship playlist. 1 second, airplane. All right, so we're gonna do this real basic, all right? So same thing as with the rifle, you're gonna have a slightly aggressive stance into the weapon system, all right? So into the weapon system, so that way you can ride that recoil a little bit more comfortably. Our primary thing is gonna be talking about our arms and chest and back in this video. So what's gonna happen is you're going to, well, this isn't a grip video, but we have to talk about some grip things in this video. So you've established your good grip, okay? What you're going to do is basically you're going to press the pistol out in front of you, oriented at the target. And what is happening here, there's a lot of stuff going on that doesn't seem, that's hard to see in video. And this is the reason that video instruction isn't really a thing, because I am not with you, and it's hard for me to critique or to make sure that you're implementing this stuff properly. This is why one-on-one instruction in person is so valuable, but I'm going to attempt to communicate what I'm doing and why in this video. So, first of all, when I press out, I am engaging my chest, shoulders, and back muscles to tighten everything up and give appropriate tension. I'm not straining super hard, but I am just tensioning in so that everything's under tension and has and when the recoil happens, there's immediate energy to come back and support that recoil. Not fight the recoil, but support the recoil. All right. Fighting the recoil often will lead to shot anticipation and really pressing into the gun. You don't want to do that. It's not helpful. With proper technique, you shouldn't have to do that. So with that being said, I'm tightening in, everything's under tension, everything's nice and happy. And with my wrists, what I'm doing, I'm going to establish this completely and then pull it back into the world, okay? So what I'm doing is I am squeezing these 3 fingers right here up into this area, up into this piece right here is called your beaver tail. I am squeezing that in and locking my wrist. By locking, I mean I am building a very strong tension. Think about how you'd have to build tension in your wrist to pick up a like a bucket or a gallon of milk. It's not super exaggerated, but you do have to build that tension in order for your wrist not to just do this when you pick that thing up. So when you reach out and grab a gallon of milk, it's the same kind of tension in your wrist that you're building here. So lock these fingers in, that will pull it up into your wrist. And then do the same thing here where you're locking your wrist and then using that to establish the base for your grip. And that is what's going to actually counteract your recoil, not pushing the gun back to it, right? So what's going to happen now, if you lock your elbows with that wrist lock, you're going to not have a sight picture. So what you're going to do is, with your wrists tensioned out appropriately, as I just described, you're going to pull your elbows back building out a little bit of suspension in them, like this, all right, until you get your sight picture back, all right? So present it, lock out your wrists, and pull it back just a little bit to get that sight picture. Now, you're not going to do that at every presentation, but that is to build the position, all right? Once you understand the position, you are pressing to that position, not past it, all right? So every time you're going to keep that same bend in your elbows so everything stays consistent, and from the very moment you present the gun, you should have a solidly locked in position for that weapon to recoil into. Now again, this isn't a grip video, this is a stance video. That's why I'm not going into anything other than these fingers and that locked out thumb. Now, we'll talk about the actual tensioning in the hands in a separate video, but it is necessary to mention these 3 fingers right here are squeezing in, locking out the wrist, and then that is what is allowing you to build that thing. So again, tension, not exertion, but tension throughout your chest, your deltoids, your back, to build that base, slight bend in the elbows to allow a locked out wrist, all right? And that's the basis of a handgun shooting position, and then you will take that, you will practice to become comfortable with it, and then that will blend into the rest of your positional shooting, however that grows through your context and your intention. That being said, guys, hopefully this has been an easy and simple video for you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know down below or at my email. It's nomadicrifleman@gmail.com. Let me know any questions you guys have. I really love when I get those. And then if it's necessary, I'll make a video so that other people's questions can be answered as well. With that being said, you guys have a blessed day. I hope this has been helpful. This has been Doug with Nomadic Rifleman, because everywhere deserves good and capable riflemen, even when they're using pistols. All right? You guys have a wonderful day.